month or Explorer 352, both with a no-charge maintenance program.
See your Southern Ford dealer today.
Live from the News Center in high definition, this is News Channel 8 on your side today.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News Channel 8 Today. I'm Rod Carter.
I'm Gail Guayardo. Today is Friday, March 29th. And first this morning, let's go to Storm Team meteorologist Lee Span. She's in the forecast center.
Well, good morning, guys. It's still a little chilly if you step out the door right now, but we are in for a gorgeous, comfortable afternoon. But let's start by looking at where there's still 30s out there. 35 right now in Homosassa, 36 in Crystal River. We're down to 50 in Tampa, 43 Lakeland, 41 degrees right now in Bartow. But by 9 a.m., we'll start climbing 53 degrees. A quick warm-up gets us to 66 at noon. In fact, low to mid 70s this afternoon and sunny skies at 6 p.m. as we head on into Easter weekend. I'll have more on that forecast coming up. Now let's check on the roadways. Leslie?
Well, new couple of issues going on here across our Bay Area bridges. We've gotten word that there's a possible vehicle fire on the Courtney Kilmer Causeway, but I just checked the cameras and traffic is moving at very good speeds. I don't see anything at this point. We are at 60 miles per hour. Also on the Howard Franklin Bridge, we do have a confirmed crash here. It is southbound, but it is off to the shoulder and traffic is still moving well. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of our cameras here. This is a shot of at the Howard Franklin Bridge. You can see it's off to the side of the roadway. People are using some caution as they come by. This is southbound, closer to the St. Pete side. So you slow down a little bit as you come by. Everybody seems to be kind of getting over, which is what they're supposed to be doing. Hopefully that's going to be wrapped up soon. Now this is a shot of the Courtney Kilmer Causeway. Again, got a report that there was a vehicle fire out here, but traffic looks fantastic from Tampa to Clearwater at this point. That's a look at the roadways. Now let's check in with Rod and Gail.
Breaking news this morning following a deadly fire here in Hillsborough County. It happened at a home in the 10,000 block of Cone Grove Road. That is just west of 301 in Riverview. News Channel 8's Melissa Beckman is live on the scene, has been live all morning long, and bring us up to date on what's happened.
Well, Rod, most of the fire crews have left, and now this morning a death investigation is underway. Several agencies are part of it, including the State Fire Marshal's Office. This is what the house looked like when Hillsborough County firefighters first arrived here just before 3 a.m. this morning. They tell us flames were shooting through the roof. The daughter of the man who lives here in this house is the one who had called 911, and she told firefighters someone might be inside.
She stated that her dad possibly was in the home. She was not sure at that time. That's when our crews, we heard the news and we started searching right away for a possible victim.
And sadly, Ronnie Rivera with Hillsborough County Fire Rescue tells us her father is the person who was found dead inside a bedroom. At this point, they are not releasing his name. Now, neighbors here along this street tell us that the man has lived here in this neighborhood for many, many years, and many of the people here know him, so it's a very sad morning here in Riverview. And again, at this hour, the death investigation has started. The State Fire Marshal's Office is expected to come here to help with the investigation, and they're also waiting for the county medical examiner. Rod, back to you.
All right, Melissa, thanks for the update. And of course, you can follow our coverage of this breaking story online by logging on to WFLA.com.
A Lakeland police officer is recovering this morning after he was dragged by a suspect trying to get away. It started when investigators say the suspect took off while Officer Michael Glass was talking to the driver. The officer was hanging onto the truck and at one point pulled out a gun and fired a shot. The officer was thrown from the vehicle when it crashed into a light pole. Officer Glass, seen here in this picture, suffered some cuts and bruises, but is expected to be okay. No one was hit by the bullet. The man accused of dragging Officer Glass was taken to the hospital as a precaution. We're told his name is James Black, Jr. A newly released report finds many officers inside the Sarasota Police Department are worried about the lack of firearm training. Officers told the department's interviewer that they felt the firearm training was inadequate. The department had monthly training for years and recently had to stop because of budget cuts. Officials say the officers always met state requirements.
That was never something that we wanted to do. It was something that we had to do in order to save money.
Since the release of the report, all officers have gone through 8 hours of intense training, and they are planning more training down the road.
They do fire.
When Sean Moore gave his son a rifle for his 11th birthday, he took a picture of that, posted that photo on Facebook. Well, what happened after that is now under investigation by New Jersey state officials. Police in the small town of Carneys Point say they received an anonymous complaint about the Moores, and so did the state's Division of Children and Families. But when officers showed up at Moore's house asking to see the firearms in his safe and is threatening to take his children away, he says they went way too far.
This was such an overreaction, and it really taps on a lot of fears that law-abiding gun owners have, that they'll be subject to an irrational raid by the government. It taps right into that.
New Jersey's Attorney General is now investigating this matter.
Now to a developing story that's playing out in Tulsa, Oklahoma. This morning, 7,000 patients in Oklahoma are being informed their dentist used rusty instruments and are being told to get tested for HIV and hepatitis. The dentist says he's not the guy to talk to.
He said, I don't handle that, talk to my assistants. Sterilization questions, I don't handle that, talk to my assistants.
Scott Harrington has been a dentist for 36 years. Investigators say his employees were using dirty equipment, reused drug vials, and administering drugs without a license. According to the Oklahoma Board of Dentistry, Harrington's never come under investigation until now.
Our investigation is ongoing. We have not concluded it. There's so many other multifacets to this that I can't even tell you.
The State Department of Health says one of Harrington's patients came to them with both HIV and hepatitis C. They say the patient had no risk factors, and that led them to Harrington's office.
Former South Carolina Governor Mark Sanford is trying to resurrect his political career. He's one of two Republican contenders for South Carolina's open congressional seat. In a debate last night, both candidates rallied around shared conservative ideas. However, Sanford was once again forced to talk about the 6 days he went missing back in 2009 and then later admitting to the world that he was cheating on his wife.
That does not mean because you've had a failure in your personal life that you cannot step back into life again.
The winner of that race will face Democrat Elizabeth Colbert Bush, the sister of TV comedian and political satirist Stephen Colbert. This special election, by the way, is held on May 7th. Another politician's fall from grace is back in the headlines later this morning. In about an hour, Savannah Guthrie goes one-on-one with Kate Edwards. That's the daughter of former Senator John Edwards. She's opening up about her father's trial, his notorious affair, and how her family is trying to move on.
Now to a developing story about the growing tension over North Korea. This morning, we're getting reports that North Korea increased its threats aimed at the United States and South Korea. In new video, tens of thousands of North Koreans attended a call to arms chanting death to the U.S. imperialist soldiers, and students marched. In the meantime, North Korea's leader called an emergency military meeting to order the Army's rocket unit to prepare to strike the U.S. and South Korea. All of this comes after the U.S. announced that 2 stealth bombers joined military exercises in South Korea. This morning, 5 people are dead and several injured after an explosion at a chemical plant in Mumbai. The blast caused the walls of the house that was attached to that chemical plant to collapse. Crews rushed to the scene to help victims stuck under debris. The cause of the explosion is under investigation.
New this morning, doctors say Nelson Mandela, the iconic anti-apartheid leader of South Africa, is responding well to treatment. Mandela was hospitalized yesterday for a chronic lung infection. Now, this is the 3rd time in just 4 months the 94-year-old has been put in the hospital, and he has become increasingly frail in recent years.
The dramatic video is caught on camera.
Coming up, a Good Samaritan risked his own life to help save a stranger who fell onto electrified subway tracks. And then a truck ends up dangling off the side of an overpass. We're going to tell you where this crash happened. Coming up in just a moment, and still ahead.
I didn't just plop her on the bed and tattooed her.
A photo on social media sparks a controversy over the tattoo a man gave his dog. Yep, the dog. You'll see that story at 6:46.
Well, all right. Well, as you step out the door this morning, we're still a little chilly. In fact, we checked in right now with Carol in Carrollwood, and she says it's 47 at her house, but our afternoon high couldn't be any more comfortable. 73 degrees, lots of sunshine. I'll tell you how much warmer we get by Easter coming up. It's 6:40, and you're watching News Channel 8 today.
CarMaxFLA.com. Log on now and try it today.
There's a great place to find high-quality cars without the hassles. And it all starts here at CarMax.
At CarMax, we select only the best used cars. Our standards for quality and value are so high that just 1 in 3 cars makes the cut.
Then we renew every car with a rigorous inspection and a thorough reconditioning process.
And protect your purchase with a 30-day warranty and a 5-day money-back guarantee, so you can enjoy the peace of mind of a CarMax quality certified car. Only at CarMax. Start here.
Great news, Carol Wood. America's Best is now open.
They have the best prices on contacts and glasses.
Now you can get 2 pairs of glasses for $69.95 with a free eye exam.
You're gonna love it.
Get 2 pairs of glasses for $69.95 with a free eye exam every day. And contacts for $9.95 a box during our grand opening sale. Call 1-800-2PAIR and schedule an appointment at your new America's Best today.
America's Best. The best prices in sight.
Hey, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking Dunkin'.
I'm drinking Dunkin'.
I'm just in love with the flavor.
I get mine black. I don't want to take away from that pure taste.